Today, Ethiopia's prime minister declared a ceasefire in the country's 8-month battle with rebel forces in the northern region of Tigray that has killed thousands of people. Ethiopia's prime minister, Abiy Ahmed, who was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize during his first year in office, ordered the Ethiopian army into combat in November against the armed rebels. After speaking with the prime minister today, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said he was hopeful that the ceasefire would hold and the violence would stop. The Wall Street Journal reports that after Ethiopian troops left the provincial capital, quote, rebel fighters armed with AK-47 rifles, known as the Tigray Defense Forces, marched in columns through several city suburbs. United Nations agencies say that at least 350,000 Tigrayans are already living in famine conditions and that some 90% of the region's inhabitants, as many as 5.2 million people, are in urgent need of food aid. Joining us now is Nicholas Kristof, Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist for The New York Times. Nick, you've been writing about this. We talked about it here last week. This is step one of what you were hoping for last week, a ceasefire, unilaterally, ceasefire taken by the government forces.
Yes, although it's important to note that it appears to be a ceasefire because the government forces lost. The Tigrayan forces appear to have defeated them in Tigray. And so at that point, the government announced a unilateral ceasefire and having looted much of Tigray, then pulled out with what they had looted. So, the question is now whether they will accept that, whether they will allow food aid in Tigray to alleviate the famine, and whether the Tigrayans now pursue secession and an independent country, which, I don't think they were inclined to pursue before, but having endured so much, many more are talking about secession today.
The government said that this is basically planting season is upon us there, and they wanted farmers to be able to peaceably work their fields and get their crops planted. The government also said that they want humanitarian agencies to be able to operate there.
The government keeps saying these very nice things, but they had been uninterested in a ceasefire as long as they were winning, as long as they were killing other people. And suddenly their interest arose only when they were defeated and forced out of the region's capital. As for allowing aid in, they keep saying that. There were just 3 workers from Doctors Without Borders who were quite brutally murdered a few days ago. We don't know for sure that that was Ethiopian forces, but there's certainly a lot of suspicion. So, I hope that Ethiopia will live up to that and allow food in and allow aid workers. But we'll have to see.
What would you expect the prime minister's reaction to be if there is a continued separatist movement to create a new and separate country in that province?
The prime minister genuinely faced a real problem. He faced a mutiny in Tigray. It would have been a headache for any leader. He made it a lot worse by sending in troops who engaged in mass murder, mass rape, mass starvation. There is now some risk that secessionist movements will spread in other parts of Ethiopia. They're real centrifugal forces in that country. And on the one hand, there's been tremendous economic development over the years. On the other hand, it in many ways is really quite fragile. And so I think he's going to be, deeply concerned that this will spread to other parts of the country.